Welcome into the first episode of Lit by Ciderhaus. We are down here, downtown State College on College Ave, right outside Studio Center, and we are asking Penn State students a variety of questions, checking out what the young college-age students feel about a multitude of things. Gorillas versus men, how much rings cost, all of the above. We're gonna have a good time and talk to some young folks. All right, who am I here with?
My name's Jack.
Jack. Excuse me, what is your name?
Shane.
Hello, what is your name? What is your name?
My name is Juan Jord.
I'm here with Max and I'm here with Sean, and the question here today is 100 men versus one gorilla, an enclosed environment, no weapons allowed. Who is coming out alive?
One gorilla.
You got any reasoning behind that? What do you think he's going to have a tactic?
No, I just think like one gorilla around 500 pounds, 6 foot, 100 guys. Like, yeah, I get it, but like everybody's not built the same. And a gorilla could easily take out like 10 people at first, 90 people left. How are you supposed to get down the gorilla? First of all, like people are gonna get hurt, and like once it's down to like 40 people left, like everybody's gonna realize like, oh yeah, we're so. Yeah, there's a fear factor in it. They're not taking down a full gorilla.
I'm with you. I think the fear factor is going to be a big part here.
How big is this enclosed environment?
I think 100 men might be able to do it. I think totally the men.
Why is that?
Well, it's just because there's 100 of them in one gorilla. The gorilla hasn't got a chance.
What else? What other? Are the men allowed to use weapons?
All right, so it's pretty obvious, and I think that you have an issue if you think that 100 men could take down a gorilla, because a gorilla is like probably like at least 5 times my size, at least. All right, it's strong. 100 men, like that gorilla. If like even if they all push in and like surround the gorilla, they can't all get the gorilla at once because there's going to be guys in the back. Like, the gorilla can't just get, like, engulfed by these 100 dudes. Like, it's just, the gorilla can just go, like, boom, and, like, throw it around, and then all the guys are done, so.
I don't know, brute force. I mean, 100 men can do a whole lot, so we'll say that.
The average American male is 200 pounds. The average adult male, is it a male gorilla? We're talking about
Male gorilla.
about 500. The problem is that the average male gorilla is about 6 to 15 times stronger than the average human male. Can hang clean about 2,000 pounds. That's 10 out of these 100. That's 10% of these men right off the bat. In one go, he will chuck 10 at a time into the air.
You think they're going to coordinate, get together, and have a coordinated attack plan against this gorilla?
Yeah, I mean, totally. Like, I'm not running against a gorilla. I'm going to, like, talk to my friends, like, all right, how are we going to take this thing down? Maybe, like, each person grabs a limb or something. Well, even then, like, for limbs, it's like 4 people and you've still got 96 left over, so you could have like 2 for a limb, or you could do all sorts of crazy things. The gorilla doesn't have a chance.
There's absolutely nothing you could do. So inevitably, this gorilla would tire, but you just have the last 4 dudes left punching it as hard as it'd be unconscious and sleeping.
How many fatalities do you think the gorilla's pulling out of this 100 men, though?
How many fatalities? Maybe like 1, but I think the men could coordinate fairly well. But then it's definitely going to tack down. Like, I'm not going to act like there aren't going to be any losses.
Couple fatalities, huh?
More than a few.
You could punch, and you are gigantic. You might be the gorilla.
Who would win in a fight? 100 guys or 1 gorilla? Do you have an answer?
Well, I'd say there's strength in numbers for sure for 100 human guys.
Okay.
1 gorilla. I think the 100 guys might overwhelm them just with like sheer cardiovascular volume and teamwork.
1 gorilla.
1 gorilla?
Yeah.
Well, what's your reasoning?
They're just strong. I don't know.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
100 people all at once, just kind of jump on him. If you have 5 guys per limb, I think you can hold it down. That's like 500 pounds of force at least on each arm.
I'm going to take 100 guys over the gorilla.
Okay, any reasoning why? Like, what advantage do they have over the gorilla?
I think if they all split up and go at once, that they can get it handled.
I think the guys are going to take it. If we're all bomb rushing that gorilla, right? The gorilla's going to pick up one person, maybe swing it at someone, but it doesn't matter. It's like we're already kind of stacked on you. So I'm a little optimistic, I know. but I think the guys are going to take it without any casualties.
Yeah, I think 100 triple digits is definitely a lot for a gorilla.
Okay.
I think like if it were 20 guys, my money would be on the gorilla. Anything more than like 30v1, I think the humans would have it at that point.
Okay, and do they have to be like built a certain way? Do they have to be peak physical condition, or can they just be like just a bunch of nerds?
I think even just a bunch of nerds can do it, you know? They're like 100 pounds of force each, not that big of an ask,
People.
Maybe if if we all go like at different angles, we'll like be able to overpower them. But I don't know. People are just like they don't work as a team that well. So,
Sir, how are you doing?
doing well.
What's your name?
Seth McMahon.
Get in here. What's your name?
Ben.
My name's Graham. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Graham.
My name is Jamar Mitchell.
One gorilla versus 100 men. Who wins in a fight?
Can I ask how big is the gorilla?
Silverback gorilla, probably about over 500 pounds.
I'm going with 100 men.
100 men. Any particular reason?
I just think if they ganged up on him, like 10 of them jumped on him, they could take him down.
We were just talking about this. I really think it depends on if the men are like they're ready and down to be killed. Like they have to have that mentality. But if they don't have that mentality and they're normal people, the gorilla's gonna win. But if they like have the mentality that they're ready to die, the 100 men are gonna win.
Listen, if it's not a 1v1 where it's like you send one guy in, send the next, it's all humans. Come on, we could easily take down a gorilla. It's big, it might rip off the first guy's limbs, but if you go strategically, you tackle him, you surround him, I think us humans got it.
You think all it takes is 10?
Well, enough to like cover him. I mean, after like 10 or 15, what are the other ones even gonna do?
Well, I don't know. You think the first 10 guys running in are just instantly dead, though?
Probably like 5.
So if you can give these men meth beforehand, you think that would increase their odds of winning?
I don't think meth would help. I think coke.
Coke.
If they all had coke, they'd be all right. Yeah.
I mean, listen, as a guy, I know if I got punched in the nuts, I'm going down right away. If we have maybe 5 guys dedicated to that, just going ham on his sack, I think we got the gorilla easily.
It would be a gorilla winning that fight.
Could you explain why?
Yeah, so actually, can I take the mic? I feel very passionate about this argument, okay? So I was actually just arguing with my friend and others in the hub about this, and I believe that a gorilla would win because of the fact that men, they can't even come together on one accord to agree on many different various things in the world. So I can't see a world where they come together to agree to take down the gorilla. You know what I'm saying? A gorilla is anywhere from like 500 to 700 pounds, 1,300 pound force of a hit. And I believe that once about 30 people die, the rest of the humans are going to just dip.
What do you think happens to the rest of the 100 men? Do you think there's a bit of fear in their eyes when they see their best friend just getting mauled to death in front of them?
Probably.
Yeah, so I guess that's the reverse. What happens if you give the gorilla a bunch of meth? Is he going to just kill them all?
Maybe.
What if I got 100 child soldiers from Africa to fight a gorilla?
I couldn't tell you who's winning that fight, bro.
And if they're real men, they'll win.